we're back. Fa ra 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 ra.
All right, Bill. Good
Yeah.
to have you.
Bill Barshow here with the ABCs of Home Improvements. Apologize for being late for those of you out there in Radio Land. I was run off the road by an 18-wheeler myself on the way here. And
They're dangerous sometimes.
well, good thing I had a four-wheel drive to get me out of the sinkhole.
Cool.
Was he carrying a shed? Because they're delivering sheds now for Christmas for these big Christmas parties. A few of our friends, Darren and Sharon, if they're listening out there, call us from the shed out there. They're Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Hi-Fi,
Unbelievable.
jingle belling all the way through there.
And Darren's getting us on the internet.
I know.
I know he
He's
is. He
streaming
called
us
up and
live.
said
He's
that.
afraid to pick up the phone, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Sometimes the shed, there's other activities going on during the show.
All right with the
I
shed.
was at the shed. No, I don't want
No,
to leave
Bill,
off the shed.
come on,
I just
tell
wanna-
the barn and shed.
I
That
just
was
want
the
to
best.
elaborate on the shed for a moment because it's a great idea. You look at, and it's on the radio, Mr. Shed, this shed, that shed, all these shed manufacturers. I got to be honest with you. I was at Shirt and Dirt's Christmas party not long ago.
That was amazing. That was
Okay, it was
phenomenal.
incredible.
Jingle bells.
And there was as many people in the shed partying as there was in the house.
Amazing.
Nice
And
shed.
what went on in the shed was incredible because my wife, as we're driving home, said, I want one of those sheds. That's the best shed I've ever been into in my life.
That's right.
And I thought that we ought to sit down and, get a patent pending, patent it, the bar shed.
The bar shed, the dirt shed. We'd have to cut dirt in on that, Darren.
Absolutely.
If
This
you're
shed-
listening, you better call up because if you have,
He had 3 TVs in there.
Oh, man.
He
Ugly.
had a small refrigerator. He had a microwave oven. He had heat. He had
chairs, stools,
Sounds like a place
recliners,
for a
lounge
It
chairs.
was unbelievable.
You guys bed there by now?
and we ought to just rock and roll with that.
I'm telling you. So we'd have to patent the dirt
Yeah.
shed and he'd have to be in on it.
Yeah.
He is an engineer. He does like to do those things. So we'll have to see what
How many
type
people are in the shed, Bill?
Oh,
you couldn't count them.
there had to be-
countless numbers.
there had to be throughout
Countless
the
numbers.
evening.
Hey, we got a phone call there, Mike. Take the call.
Hello, caller. Can we help you?
Yeah, it's Darren.
Hey, we got you.
Yeah, we talk about you long enough. You got to call up.
You had to call. I know it. Beautiful. So what's going on, Darren?
I'm not out in the shed.
I can tell. You might be after this phone call.
It's possible.
Incredible. Listen, Dirtman, I got to tell you something. Susan wants one of those sheds.
You see, you started a stampede now for sheds.
I'm glad you had a good time. It was
Hey,
a good
Darren, did you
party.
call up to answer the questions we have on the air
Oh,
today?
maybe. That's right.
Let's get him to answer a question.
Darren,
Yeah, I'm here.
do you know the answer to any of our 2 questions today?
Oh, what was it, 1939?
Oh, no, but close. Coming closer. Ever so close. Ever so close.
What kind of tree do you think it is?
Warmer.
Norway spruce.
Ah, that's right. It is a Norway spruce.
Very good.
Darren, you did get question number 2, so you are entitled to one of our gifts here at the studio today.
Oh, boy.
Which one would you like? Would you like the iLife suite or would you like the AM/FM jogging apparatus?
I'm going with the jogging apparatus.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Nice.
excellent.
It's
So
yours.
It's yours. It'll be up here in Frank's drawer at the station. Feel free to come by and pick it up after the show anytime you want. If not, I'll have to transport it down to the shed for you.
And I might have to accompany that
Right,
transport.
There we go.
I'm
So-
glad you had a good time at the party.
So
I had
listen,
a good
just
time,
Darren,
too.
hold on for a second, man, while we have you out there. Why don't you tell the folks a little bit about your shed? Come on, don't be shy now. I mean, Bill and I were, a little inebriated while we were out there in the shed, so we might have missed some of the finer points of the shed, and we want people to actually understand that it.
We want to know what to put on the brochure.
Right,
so
Mike.
this way we'll
That's
understand.
what Mike says. What goes on?
We
the
are going to
brochure
patent
sell
these
it.
sheds, and you are cut in.
Well, first you have to have a good story. And my story was that my backyard needed cleaning. And so I sold the shed idea on the fact that it was going to straighten up my backyard.
Sold it to the wife?
Yes.
So it was a story in guise. So the shed was coming in under the auspice of being a storage shed.
So you got to have smoke and mirrors.
Right. Okay. Nice move.
Yeah, well, in my situation, I needed that.
That was a nice move, Darren. I like that move. Go ahead.
Very clever.
Good
And
planning.
because my other neighbors also have similar sheds, I knew I didn't want to go small. I wanted to go big. So I went for an 8x14 shed.
Nice room.
And I
8 by
threw in a
14.
5-foot serving counter, got a few bar stools outside, a couple inside, 2 refrigerators, 2 TVs, kerosene heat, radiant heat, lounge chair, a corner liquor cabinet, and a wraparound deck.
Are you
Right,
rent-
that
are you rent-
wraparound deck is very important, folks, to extend the playing area around the shed. He has extended a nice
Loading
wraparound
space, yeah.
deck so that the service area, when people are having their cocktails and want to get out of their stools there and go back, there's plenty of room for them to go back there. It's excellent. Excellent.
Right, because one thing I did notice and took, boy, did I notice, a couple of the neighbors' wives did like to dance a little around that shed.
Yep, they
And
liked it. And that
it was
pad,
absolutely
that deck area out
wonderful.
there is
Woo.
beautiful. That was good.
Yeah.
Darren, so it's something else, huh? So do you have a specific name for the shed that you have, when you've created your shed? Is it, because I know
Did you name it?
they do have handles. Each person's shed has its own name, and I'm just wondering, if you've named yours yet or.
Oh, I haven't actually settled in on a name, but other people have called it things like Dirt Sten and
Nice.
Shirt Shack.
Nice.
That's good.
Simple little tags like that.
Is this a
Okay.
12-month shed?
It's year round.
Yeah, it is.
Well, yeah,
It's
when they're
incredible.
around, when they're in
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
They do have
during
a.
the winter, we're usually skiing, but
He goes to a chalet up north. We can't mention it on the air.
Monday
want
night
anyone
football
crashing.
I always host, so there's always a party Monday nights.
Nice.
Excellent, Darren. Well, thanks, man. Now you're talking. That's a good one. Well, I'm glad we got you to pick up the phone there finally. We've been talking about the shed a few times here. And so the folks out there, if you have any questions on the sheds, too, 651-1110, and we can expedite them to the expert down there, Darren, and come up with some sort of configuration for you. And it's a guaranteed sale there, guys. If you take your wives down there, take it from Bill. We can visit Darren. I'm sure he wouldn't mind giving you the tour of the shed for a few dollars. And or something to add to that corner liquor cabinet would be good. But all right, Darren. Thanks, man. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you.
Thanks for calling.
And
All right, Ray,
we'll
Bill,
make sure we bring that thing down to you, man. That pedometer thing.
Thank you very much.
All right. Bye bye.
All right,
Bye-bye.
bye.
All right. Nice. All right, Rich. Good. That was
You know what
excellent.
it is? If we talk about people, they're going to call up.
We force them to call up every once in a while,
That's
but
it.
it's always good to hear from Darren and Sharon. I noticed we didn't hear too much from Sharon. She must have been in the other room,
So what
I
was
guess.
the question of the day?
Oh, the question of the day. So Darren now has answered correctly that the tree that is at Rockefeller Center, every year that they pick out a Norway spruce. And his guess of the year, though, was incorrect. So
So
we're
wait
still,
for the next caller.
yeah, we'll wait for the next caller. Okay. Let's see now. Let's get back to, we were talking, Bill, when you first came in, on how to select a home improvement contractor, which we started our beginning show about, and we talked about being an informed consumer, educating yourself a little bit before you start
Knowing
the
what's
process.
going on in the area, how the houses will look.
Then the next big thing always is to check out the reputation of the contractor you are looking to select to hire.
How you do that?
Okay, so, well, first of all, in certain locales, there needs to be a license in place, remodeling or home improvement license, and you can check that at the local county department of consumer protection in your area.
True.
You can also check with the Better Business Bureau. Is always a good place.
See if there's any complaints.
Right, consumer protection, any of those agencies, and certain ones you don't want to see their name on there.
That's
other
a
ones,
good start, though.
Other ones you do. Right, Better Business will have a list of the better businesses that are in the area, and
Legitimate ones.
consumer protection will have the ones that you want to be concerned about if their name is
You're
on there.
concerned about problems, and you're concerned that they have insurance.
Insurance, well, that's another whole issue, right? In order to get the license, Mike, you need to have all your paperwork in order. And every year it needs to be renewed, and the municipality or the county department
Verifies.
they have to verify.
That's it.
So at this point, if they're licensed and they hand you a fraudulent license, it's a felony. If the license is invalid or in any way altered.
That's a good
So
start.
you have
man.
some good protection.
What else is on that list?
Well, they always, we always say get 3 estimates. Always get 3 estimates.
Is that right, Bill?
You don't need to get 2.
I mean, we're
or
both
4
nodding
or
our head
5.
here while he's answering the question.
Absolutely.
But you know
he's
it's
on
true.
a roll, and he's
Yeah.
right. He's right.
So
Without 3, you feel like you're not sure because, like Bill said last time, what we heard is that if you're the highest and you're the lowest, there's got to be reasons for everything.
That's right. That's right. And of course, check the references. Always check the references.
It's worth
Mike.
a few calls. Make a visit during the. Find out where he's working. Go look at the job site.
Check
Go see how clean
previous
it is.
clients. Just ask for a couple of clients over the last
Make a
2
phone
years,
call.
a year. You don't need to go back
It's a
too
big
far.
investment. You have to double check yourself.
That's
a little
right. And always check, beforehand that you have a written agreement. Always have a written agreement.
Bit. This handshake business went out with the horse and buggy.
Right, and that written agreement can vary vastly depending on which contractors and what type of work you're doing. So always check with your attorney.
And don't get nervous if you get a lot of pages on a bid, because that just includes a lot of things that you're going to be getting.
Well, this is all contract.